Let's hope the bit rate's a bit better than yesterday. It was all over the place last night. I don't know what the hell that was about. Right, that's set up. Games launchers. New applicant. Set these on. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy. Right, so Route B is quite a lot shorter than Route A because you start at the middle. I think it's just before or just after you rescue Kanye. So, you know, you're sort of just straight up in the fight there. Been at this for 41 hours, Jesus Christ. It's alright. It could be worse. Let's see.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine,
oh yeah, so it's just before you rescue her.
Something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister.
Okay, we've already seen this cutscene, so I can turn it down just a bit in the mixer. That seems fine. Hi. The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even a slight drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke steamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly towards a wooden hawk-shaped weather vane at the centre of town. The wanderer reached a vane which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combine with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beat turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on, come on! The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with its beak pointing firmly toward the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yoo-hoo, Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo, worst of the bullies in the area. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and the usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated and, if possible, destroyed. I didn't know you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me, he can't hurt me, he can't hurt. Oh look, the little freak is going to cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm not reading that. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Kaine couldn't meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with his big fingers and yanked it upwards. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. Show me. No. Did you just say no? You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kaine, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys, and let's give the freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for? Everyone knows what you really are. Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Freak, challenged the children. Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no saviour emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. I think the game just broke. Game? Hello? I think the game literally broke in the middle of a text segment. What the fucking odds are that? Okay, well, I guess I'm starting again. I'm not reading all that again though, I'll just get to that point. What the fuck happened? I've never seen it quit in the middle of a text segment, which is unusual, but okay, I'll take it. Well, that counts as a crash as well. It might not have been a crash, but the game was unresponsive. That's all there is to it, effectively. 13 times in 12 streams. Oh no, 13 times in 13 streams. Skip. And we're going to jump back to that specific point. Hopefully. Ow! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it, what are you doing? Quit whining, ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch. A big one, that thing could have killed me. The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backwards and spat on the ground. Get out, leave this village, no one wants you here, either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Ah, look at the fat boy go. Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words of her grandmother stung, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kane's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kane found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You've got a duty to fight until your last breath. You understand? The woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kane. You know that because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kane was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kane called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kane and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kane truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kane's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not. Don't be an ass. Kane drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mum and Dad wouldn't. Hush. I will not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you, and if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kane's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kane want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. I need water, because holy fuck. Kane reached up and... Where are you going? Kane reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Just stumbled upon them when I was out doing the shopping. Seems convenient. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kane to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers using its construction, made Kane's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kane blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are, what a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're going to be fine, you and me. As long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Oof. Kane took her grandmother's hand, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kane gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kane stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I've got a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough, even if it's us against the world. Kane let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. How much reading is there? Jesus Christ. In the distance, Kane heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was as far from the work of art as it could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barrel yard with wild abandon. Barren yard. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe. Kane's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the hardened sailor blush. Grandma, called Kane. That you? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kane close enough to hear for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, Grandma, do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something. The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, Since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can get the water? Shades have been restless lately, and I don't want you running into one of them bastards. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the more difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the Eyrie. Out of sight, out of mind seemed the best policy when it came to villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harboured secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it! She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with the blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small hands. This is tough, and my logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy, girl. You'd better practice if you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket, can't let it spill. Kaine steadied the bucket with her foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and patted Kaine away. Stop it, she cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, their positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandmother, you're sick, and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her back. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, goddammit, but I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade or worse. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took out a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with a bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me? They seemed to say, but Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? The woman pointed out a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. But the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He'd clearly been sent there on some kind of family errand, because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. What are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Ha! The old bitch finally keel over? Go to hell. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head, but before he could let fly a comeback or worse, the apothecary told him to knock it off before he kicked him out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. A sense of peace. Surely in a world so vast there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colours, but time had worked its cruel magic and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched it when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now. Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard rumours about you, he said. It's a small village and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother Carly, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandmother's name is Carly? Thought Kaine suddenly. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Your grandmother is an old friend of mine, he said, as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yeah, I think she would like that very much. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless, and with enough tiny steps she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think that she'd been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked the grandmother with a yawn. Come here, let me have a look at you. Grandmother sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Did those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a smile. No, seriously, it was. Fun? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. But Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Horse shit, said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from the bed. Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help with dinner. But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Water. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all. I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easy or something. The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been of a person's face. It could also have been of a boulder, or a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colours. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said, between laughter, you truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think this is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honour above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand no more and asked her grandmother to take it down. "Posh," said the old woman. "I'll take this down when they roll me in my shroud." She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. "Listen to me. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before, and it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness." It was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Times move on. People and memories move in and out of life like ghosts passing through a hall, but this moment will be different because I'll remember it forever. Oh, come on! I want to kill things! Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made it home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. "Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug." The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. "It's no bug, it's a berry." "Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs?" "Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, and I think it's burnt or something because it smells terrible." With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. "Oh yeah, that's terrible, all right." "Why, you little brat. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact." 5 years have passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be sombre affairs were now filled with laughter and held abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she'd been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's leg grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. Ugh. What a sentence to read. "Where are you going today?" she asked. Kaine looked up surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. "Well, I was going to check out the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow." "Flagstones? What in the hell for?" Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mainly of cloth, rope and rubble, the old place stank like a boxer in the final round. "Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection." The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. "God damn, girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway." "I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday." The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. "Well, shoot, I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other..." "Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight, you know that." A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yeah, of course you're right. I'm sorry. Lately it seems my mind is..." She didn't finish her thought, instead walking over to the nightstand and gently taking a wreath of lunatics from the drawer. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. "You're going to be a true woman soon," Grandma said as she placed the woman's flowers in the girl's hair. "So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls and more talk about how beautiful you've become." Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. "You're a beautiful thing," said the old woman, "and there ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you." "Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day." "Such a mouth on you, where did that come from?" "Gee, I wonder." "I'll teach you, sis, that's me, girl," yelled Grandma. Suddenly she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. "Grandma, stop it, what the hell?" The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. "Oh, I don't know what happened to me. I'm sorry. Sometimes my mind just..." Kaine thought the look on the grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she'd ever seen. "Listen, maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your wool and whatnot. I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you." Kaine rolled her eyes, and then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looked so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for lack of focus, Kaine pushed her nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with her finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. Oh gods, no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Kaine ran, then, faster than she'd ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground. But she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her winded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet, and she balanced through means of a large armoured tail. Scales, horns and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending a small whirlwind spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. Then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. "All right, you bastard," she thought as the scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. "It's you or me. Let's go." The shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest, then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced towards the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. "Grandma!" At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. "She's alive!" Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard towards the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. "Get up." As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of its claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have just been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire, one or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. "Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer." Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. "Bastard," laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. "Yeah, I see your plan." The shade moved its claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff her life out when Kaine was close enough to touch her. "I'm gonna kill this bastard." Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backwards, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. "Give her back. Give her back to me." It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air towards the young girl that was latched to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small weak voice spoke up. "Kaine?" Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma? Kaine, you gotta run. You can't best this one. Kaine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped down to the ground below. Grandma, no. I said run, goddammit. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose, and once again. She stared at the foot dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of gravel and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster, until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Her head lolled dangerously to the side. Yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backwards, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized the moment. Laughing like a madwoman, she leapt through the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. My chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind, something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. Okay, I get it. Yep. Got it. As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt a desire to kill and a desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Until suddenly the story ended. Thank fuck for that.
The beast approaches. I know.
Oh, time to kill this again. Except now I'm max level. I don't know if these things scale to me in Root B. Like in Root B in Your Automata, where things just will scale to you.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
My sword fits lighter. It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Right, there you go. Ugh. Half an hour of reading. Well, anyway, hello everyone, it's Valentine's Day, so I decided to spend it with the person I hate the most, who will probably be the reason I lose my house dog and half my money one day. Myself. That's a funny joke if you're in the UK. It's not really funny. But I did cycle out to Asda. They had some reduced chicken. So I bought like fucking 10 packs of it and stuck it in the freezer. I also had one of honey roast turkey, which I will be trying later because I've never I've had only roast ham but never turkey. I also got Pringles and cans of Jack and Coke, which will probably be saved exclusively for the 24th. Fucked gently, weakly, softly. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shame beyond imagining, Kanye tried to turn her head toward the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and after only a moment of fierce concentration did she realise that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of an arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is going to make clapping a real bitch. Ha! Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally going to die, are you? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, she thought of the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materialising from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you, that way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw something else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop. No, don't hurt that picture. What did the picture ever do? Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insect fell off the picture into the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognisable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Ha 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 ha. For fuck's sake. I look like that? Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish? Like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me! Kaine resorted to shouting at the voice of her mind. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak, I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh god, you are the best. Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feeling the hot searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, let it go. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so why not let me have it? Have what? Your body, come on, give it to me. Give it to me, I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood, just like before. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, baby. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly used into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Now give me that body. Come on, give me the body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My arm must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marvelling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. The Black Ooze hesitated as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. "Ah, what the hell, Sunshine? We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die." Grandma said I can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. "That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die." Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern. The pattern of the shades burn itself into her left arm. "Well, I'll be damned. Looking at that, Sunshine, I think you and me are going to be good friends now." Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. "Stop. Gotta stop." Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. "Come on, don't fight it. Hate's my favourite dish and I'm hungry. Let it go. Feel the anger. Burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst for blood and go out there and... Oh, shut up and get the hell out of my body." "Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the Eyrie would love to see you dead." Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. "Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, Sunshine, and there ain't no going back." The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. "Possessed?" "Yeah, possessed. You and me? We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait until they get a load of you now." Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? "So, listen, I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all of that. There's plenty in it for you too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. A little fat kid who keep picking on you? A big old shade to squash your granny? We'll wrap them up in their own arseholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain." "Wait, you're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade?" "What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder. I just want to drink from the well." Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. "So, how about it? You and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want." "Fuck off, asshole. I handled the killing." "Look at you go. Oh, we're going to have so much fun. So listen, my name's Tyron, and if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. And I like rotten and sour." Kaine found herself nodding to the voice. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm going to find that shade and I'm going to strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm going to do the same to you. Count on it. Ha! I've shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm going to take over everything. So keep on killing and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, and waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I'm not a shade. I'm Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red stain spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was a wreath of lunar tears. Like it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, but I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed. And this time I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area rose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world.
Alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Grandma.
I think I'm in a weird position.
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
I guess that's better. Oi.
Hey.
Oh hey, it's you assholes.
Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you? You still recognize me? Of course. I knew you right away. Thank you, Kaine.
Oi. Welcome, Darth. How are you doing? Oi.
Wow. You...
Happy Valentine's to you too.
So,
Happy shout out. I don't even know if you're a streamer, but shout out. Have a shout out anyway. Oh, I guess you are. I'm sorry. Oh wait, I've been in your stream. Just got home from work, and you decided to come here.
anyway.
What is wrong? I'm joking.
We are still no closer to find.
By the way,
Was it really that bad?
it's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep.
It's freezing, and I decided cycling to Asda was a good idea.
Our reunion was a happy.
I've been trying to get there for a couple of days, and I wanted face wipes. Well, they're a specific brand of face wipes,
Well, I had to go and ruin it.
and I use them for a lot of different things. Mostly dust, because they're
Are you
the ones with little bumps on it,
Can't be serious.
which comes in handy for cleaning things. And I also got some Pringles, some Jack and Coke cans, and a hell of a lot of reduced sliced like sandwich meat. Most of which is frozen now, being frozen now. So
This is crap, and you know it.
not bad, except for the fact that it was freezing all the way there and all the way back, and I only really went in a jacket,
No one's sleeping outside.
which wasn't
You and
probably
Kaine
my best
saved
decision
this
ever. I
village.
didn't wear gloves.
People are afraid of us. As long as you're still right, I'm used to sleeping.
But
We'll see you later.
Otherwise, it's going all right.
Sorry about this.
Well, it's probably going to get worse because I'm on my last monster.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps
Bleh.
outside. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We
Saying
should
that though, it's like the classic monster. Oh yeah, I was about to.
I didn't get much sleep that night.
Yes, I'm definitely going to have some hot chocolate later.
For the first time in my life, I hated Devila.
I got some sausages out the freezer for
For the
cooking,
first time in my life, I doubted.
so I'm going to cook
Devila.
those up for dinner. Maybe have sausage sandwiches or put them in with my noodles. Haven't really decided yet.
They said and did
I'll
what
work
they
it out
did
at
for
some
the sake
point.
of the village. To protect it from the horror of the
Right.
shades.
Yeah, it's always it's like I buy a lot of super noodles, and like everywhere at some point has like reduced they're kind of like butcher's sausages, and you get like 8 in a pack and they're thick. So I cook up a bunch of those, refrigerate them. Sometimes I put them in an omelette, sometimes I have them with my noodles, sometimes I just have sausage sandwiches. So yeah, that's a good thing about sausages. You can do a lot with them. You can do casserole. I could put them in a spag bowl. It's like that scene from
To Kaine and Emil,
Forrest Gump, where he's talking about shrimp.
but what did that even do? Wait, is that?
Dun, dun.
I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kaine. Yeah, me too. I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured water over you?
Hey.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
There's not a lot of difference between Route A and Route B, except Route B has a lot of extra cutscenes.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
So, the ones that were already in Route A, I'll be skipping except for 2 of them. And anything that's new, I won't be skipping, because obviously they're new, and therefore I haven't seen.
I'm sorry for all of it.
And in about a heartbeat,
Well,
for the next loading
this
screen, I'm going to go
uniform
get a
isn't
t-shirt
all
on.
bad, you know?
So, the last one
At least I can look
was
at
a bit
you when we
gross.
talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was, no matter how bad things got. She gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Why does my model keep bugging out?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together.
Yeah.
Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Barely an inconvenience.
Let me guess. More warm water?
If you haven't watched Pitch Meeting, that won't make any sense. Seriously, check them out. They're really good.
Okay. Can we just forget I told you about that?
No. When cold weather comes, I usually thinking of eating food called bakso. Bakso. I feel like I know I've heard somebody say bakso before. Right, while it's loading. Just 1 second. I'm gonna. Oh, how did I select all? That wasn't my plan. Right, I'm gonna quickly get a t-shirt. It's an Indonesian soup-based food. That sounds good. Might have to look into something like that. Contains meatball, noodles, greenies. Actually, that does sound really good. Can it be like homemade, or is it something you buy? I'm going to change my model sensitivity while I'm paused as well, because this is getting silly. That should probably be better.
Sure.
And yet
Sure.
your red eyes tell a different, don't be...
Okay. Also, one of the first things I'm going to be doing, usually I go to a food store to buy it. Oh, right. I've got to say though, that does sound good, and I'm going to have to try making it sometime now. So that sounds... Right, do I do the DLC stuff now? What is my current main mission? Speak to Devil and Popola, but sometimes you can find it in a restaurant. Ooh, the fancy bakso.
It's Mom's daughter.
I've not heard you speak much about your mother.
She got the black scrawl and died when I was little.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
Actually, I might be able to find
The
it in...
final entries get a little...
We've got a lot of, sometimes in town we have a lot of places that are like street vendor food. Like places that do like German bratwurst and like the sort of Thai chicken and stuff like that. There might be an Indonesian one. I've never actually checked. It's why a lot of what I buy is reduced, because it's sort of there's a certain value on each meal, which doesn't sound good, but
Can you not hear me?
right. I'm gonna do the DLC stuff.
Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Sleeping on one's feet is quite the talent indeed. Come now, there's the door.
Right. Let's go.
So these are sort of it's like a Bloody Palace from Devil May Cry, basically. But this is a World Recycle Vessel created to avoid the destruction of all. Luckily I'm over leveled, so nice. I guess I've got all the stuff I would have normally. You're gonna have to start throwing some more difficult enemies at me soon. How far down does this go? Oh, not much further. Hello, big fella. Oh, all the birds died. Medicinal herbs that I can't carry, so oh well. The Black Scroll, A Lost Destiny, A White Book. Oh, shit. I'm gonna lurk because I want to prepare food. No problem at all. Enjoy the lurk and enjoy the food. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy lurking. God, the colour saturation on this is horrendous. Soldiers of Salt calling forth white death, they are legion, those who plunge the world into darkness. I suppose these ones are actually immune to magic. Damn, this remix goes hard. Fuck. I hope these are on the official soundtrack. Actually, I need to find a copy of the official soundtrack. Ooh, but. The dragon's corpse brought death to the world, delivering unto it the power of magic. Now. Damn, what is this soundtrack? And can I get it on YouTube? Oh shit. Metal. The black sickness stains the future. They journey to return with soulless vessels. Well, come on, basic platforming is not new to me. Must be the Baron Temple. That's really annoying. Guess I go through the door. Shit. It tracked my combo into the ground. That wasn't good. Oh no. Well, I got it. I got it. Fuck you. Oh shit. Damn, these, hold on. Let me see if these are available on YouTube. Hold of recycled vessel OST. Oh, it is! Okay. That's what I'm doing after the stream. I'm downloading those, because I want those. They go so much harder than they need to. Let's go. More battle, more killing. The apocalypse divided the world in two, one that knows not day and one which has never seen the night. I can't evade. Well. Alright. Black and white, 13 packs. The vessel's forms waver as they cross time and space. Very nice. Jesus Christ. So glad those things are glass cannons. The layout is hopefully the same. Okay. Don't see the benefit of that room at all then. No? Titanium alloy. Okay. Useful to me right now? Fuck you. What? Guess I don't know what I was expecting from that.
It seems we have been shut in.
One way.
It seems we have... It seems we have been shut...
Motherfucker. The song of man has been drowned out. In its place, a scream of something inhuman. Oh, crap. you rarely need to use the lock on. Oh, that's a good lineup. Not a single drop. I need to get WD on this chair. The sky falls for the dragon. The world ends this day. Ooh, hello. My magic is yellow. My magic is piss colored now. Reminds me of the remastered version of Jin's theme from Tekken 3. The puppet priest collects the accursed prayers and polishes the vessel. Facade. Oh, it's a rail shooter. Oh, damn. It's like a shooting gallery. I fucking love it. The only thing it's missing is like a retro-inspired scoreboard. Oh wait, is it still one? Eh, there was. Okay. Oh man. God damn, if I knew there was going to be metal in this game. Actually, I don't know if this counts as metal, and I'm probably offending someone if I assume it is. Actually, saying that, like, metalheads are some of the nicest motherfucking people I've ever met in my life, so I don't think I'll be offending anyone by saying that this is metal. They probably just, like, politely correct me and say, sorry, sir. No. Now, Doom is metal, from what I've been told. So... This will probably be like synth rock or some shit like that. I'm supposed to get the one that's down there. Like that, apparently. Oh shit, they're down there. Bonus points. I imagine. I think I got them all. Fuck you. I'd have to find out from somebody who knows what genre of music this is. I suppose I could ask B. She probably knows a good amount about different genres of music. So I don't think this is what we consider as like pure techno or anything like that. None of those things except for the weapon meant anything to me. Oh, this is a new one, I guess. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 of these there are. So long as this memory exists, so long as mankind has hope, a bloody battle will be waged over the holy domain of the body. Oh, of course. Oh, I must have done these before. I remember explicitly dying on this one. Now, whether it was on in this version of the game or if it was on the original. So I used to be the kind of person who paid for all the DLC for games I like. And I became an adult when I thought, hey, you know what? It'd be great if I was an adult and spend all my money on things that I want, like games. And then it was like, no, you're an adult. You have to spend it on adult things. You must be a responsible adult. Ah, for Christ's sake, stuck on terrain. Although maybe I wasn't over leveled last time I did this. Ow. Meow. They call him Daddy Near for a reason. Foolish human. Foolish human. Foolish human. Foolish vessel. Ow! I knew I was going to get fucked up by at least one tackle. Didn't plan for 2. Well, at least it's now 1. That hit nothing. All is paid, all is sacrifice. Hey, I know this area. Oh, rustic clumps. They're useful. Oh, this is my dream. What is titanium alloy doing down here? Ooh, there's a rare drop. God damn, so many left on the floor. Could have just left it alone and not spawned. But no. You had to make terrible life decisions. Those were your choice. Oh, there's more. Oh, it just... okay.
It seems we have been shut in.
It seems we have been shut in. I'm not shut in with them, they're shut in with me. Oh no, I've lost a very tiny sliver of health. Fucking magic. Literally the only thing that does significant damage is magic.
Seems we have...
This sounds like something that Jeff Williams could write, and I'd love it. Do not bring back the light, do not bring back the vessel, do not bring back the future, do not bring it back. see. Oh, I think I've got poison on my magic. God fucking damn it. Alright, fine. Every beam of light is an invitation to death. Well, invisible wall protects enemy. That's extremely annoying. Alright. Ah, crap. Right, that deals with that. Come on. Crap. I don't think that killed it since it can fly. Maybe it did. Ah, bollocks. Shockwaves, of course. Ah. Wasn't prepared. No game, why? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, at least it was just a game. Crash. God damn it. Hold on. Let's get back in. I wonder where it's going to start me on that. Really hope it's not too far through. It's not too early through. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. Rip. I better have to start from the beginning of that door. What?
Whenever I interacted with her.
Are you serious? I'm skipping this. Thank God for the infinite touch button. This was a long ass load of reading. That I've already done. If anybody wants to listen to that being read, that's the beginning of the VOD. I ain't doing it again. God, it even sped up. This is taking ages. So how's chat's day going? Oh. And there's more. I should at least have probably saved. But I'm sure it was saving in between the World of Memories things. Aye. Oh. Skip. Oh, I've got to do this fucking fight again as well.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today. My sword feels lighter.
It's not
Hold on, let's fix.
the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
I don't like heavy weapons because they're too slow. They do more damage, sure, but I mean, look how fucking slow that is compared to the Nameless Blade. I hate this whole game sometimes. Why did it have to crash? Oh, I can't skip this. Oh, I can skip this. Cool. And there's more that I'm not reading. Fuck, man. I got my my Numeron Dragon today. Luckily it had a reprint in the Crystal Beast Battles of Legend, so yeah, I've been I'm going to be adding that to the number collection. Yep.
waking from a long, petrified sleep.
There ain't shit I can do about this.
Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one. We let it wash over us like rain.
Like rain.
That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
You could say they rained on your parade. I'll see myself out.
But what?
Oh right, it didn't give me the opportunity to save in between those things.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devila.
Just trust your Popola.
For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village.
Pringala.
To protect it from the horror of the Shades.
Pringala.
Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad.
By speeding this shit up?
Because
Oh,
I
that's-
never once
that's
stopped to think
really
about
cool.
Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
Emil has a fucking mansion. A big old house that he lives in. And I hardly believe that Kaine would be scared by it. Big fucking mansion. Middle of the Northern Plain? Southern Plains? Thank God that's over. Hold on, not yet. Give it time. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. All I care about right now is saving, because I've just lost fucking hour and 45 minutes of progress. Right. The first thing I'm doing is I'm going outside and fucking saving. And I'll come back and do the this World of Memory thing at some other fucking time. But for now we're just saving. I'm going to speed through the second. I've lost so much fucking time. It's already nearly 1 o'clock. As long as all the quests remain complete. Oh shit, I don't have those weapons now. The quest, side quests, what? What? Why do I have a 98% instead of 100? Okay, whatever. Anyway, right, I'm just gonna speed through Route B, basically. Goddamn computer.
Oh, look, yeah, you. But
Bye. Just follow the red X. I've done everything else there is to do in Route A and B, except the World of Recycled Memory.
half above you.
How excellent to know the canal is finished. Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind us.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yona. Let's use it as often as we need.
Dun, 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 dun. Alright.
Hello there.
I should have done that speed multiplier bullshit. Okay.
Lost.
I could run, then I could run like the whole of Route B in 5 minutes. Actually, that's hyperbolic. There's no way that's possible. Oh yeah, this is one of the alternative cutscenes that you don't get in Route A. Oh, I could have just skipped that. Like I'm gonna skip all the enemies on this bridge. Oh, there aren't any. Okay. That's nice. Right, can I complete the entirety of Route B in... If I say generously 2 hours 15 minutes. How long did the World of Recycle Festival take me before? I think it was roughly just under an hour, so I'll do all of Route B up to the Erie, where you fight the giant bull thing. And after that, if there's enough time, I will run back and do World of Recycle Memories, because there are 3 weapons there that I need. And then I'll have all 33 weapons. A chance for revenge is coming. Perfect.
Ain't you excited, sunshine? We finally get to bathe in blood.
Don't talk to me.
I want to kill so bad I can barely stand it.
Crap.
This is all too easy.
Yes, it really is. Since I'm max level and don't actually need to kill anything to progress. I wonder if I can attack them through the wall. Guess not. Shush,
What's
turn
with
back.
these guys?
Certainly not your garden variety, Shades.
Their bodies aren't fully functional.
Say, I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
Okay, this is where I actually do have to fight them. Gave you the chance to live by not attacking me, or just by leaving you alone, but nope. Oh well. No loss. Okay. It's me, I'm coming for you, ass. Probably.
Kaine, Emil, look, from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Why?
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village. It's stupid.
So you're staging a protest? Fun.
Have fun.
Don't waste your time.
But it just feels wrong.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't have to stay out here with us.
Emil.
You've got a super important mission. You can't sleep out in the rain. What if you catch a cold? Besides, I like camping with Kaine. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast...
This is hardly...
Neil, that's enough. Whole fucking image to maintain.
Also, he has a giant fucking menu.
by a marvel
Mansion. Menu. Speaking of food. Right, now I can save. Hello. Right, in 8 minutes I've got maximum 2 hours. Try a little bit of this while this cutscene goes. I've already killed loads of them. Your silent protest does not help you.
What's going on? There's dozens of them!
It's an impressive amount of magic
some
resistance.
creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Aim for that statue. It's the leader.
Hold on, this would be far easier if I also had Emil and Kaine on an attack. Rather than not attacking at all, because I was worried they would kill stealing.
Oh, you're fun
Foolish creatures.
Have you felled the beast?
Combo breaker.
This is one stubborn son of a bitch.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Hey there, Sunshine. You ain't feeling bad for this week, are ya? Ain't no turning back now. You gotta lust for blood. Embrace the slaughter. All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kaine?
Kaine!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're kidding me!
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's saying something.
Kaine! Are you alright? Kaine!
It's Kaine's shade!
We've no other choice. We must strike it down.
Kaine! Come back!
Now, pin her down.
Kaine, please!
Oh dear.
Oh, bro.
Kaine! Kaine!
Kaine!
I can't.
We're always going. If you transform again, I don't care how. I'm able to ignore. You're my.
All right.
Over there. And what?
Beats me.
Our
Okay. Come back to the village.
It's a cipher of some kind.
Mhm.
I can get there. The look, but
Not if we
it's
yeah.
but
Okay, bye.
oh, and with
Don't care.
Pope, perhaps.
God, I've never tried brute forcing my way through Route B. This is kind of something new for me, so... Oh shit. Although saying that, last time I played this it was on a PS4, this game is a lot better optimized on. And also the PlayStation 4 is a console, and my PC is a busted piece of shit. So...
Damn! Where'd they go? Get him! Don't let him escape! I see something over there! Here! They're in here!
Who are you? Military defense robot, P-33. You are an intruder. You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes. What is crying? Who is mom? My creator is also dead. He perished hundreds of years ago. 874 years, 10 months, 14 days, 4 hours, and 43 minutes. 44 minutes. I am incapable of being lonely, or missing others, or crying. You will die. Why will they kill you?
Because I cry a lot.
I will not permit the humans to kill Khalil. Military defense robot P-33 will protect you. P-33 is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
Okay. Seen this.
The noise noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
The junk heap. Perhaps we should speak to the brothers.
Yes.
They might know something about this.
Right.
It's a what you not what
Don't we already have this weapon?
Shh. These things happen the second time around.
Nice 4-4 break.
This sword is...
yeah. If you're also,
You got
I'm gonna need only the real big enemy.
You got it.
By the way, what can I help you with?
Nothing good.
Come back.
Right, I've got to remember how to get to a specific place that I need to go. There.
It's a ship. Shame about the older lad. He was but a child.
Sounds like you went into a dangerous area for the sake of the business.
Think it's this lift? Basement 2. There you go.
The elder brother postponed his joy for the sake of his sibling. Do you think he was ever truly happy?
Just making his little brother happy would have been enough. That's what being an older brother is like.
Need that. Right, so I ain't gonna do it. Well. Oh, okay. Ow. That was an annoyingly large amount of damage. No benefits to this run, since I'm not looking for materials. proven experience. Well, bollocks. Don't willingly jump in the oven. But, nah. Hey, Ak, how's you doing? Bollocks! I keep falling down that hole. The ones that steam come out are probably the best. That's an extremely positive start. Happy Valentine's. Let's make it weird. No, I'm basically done farming experience and gold because I'm more than a millionaire. I started doing Route B today, and so the first thing I started doing was the World of Recycled Memories, which is like a Bloody Palace sort of mode, and the game crashed during one of them, so I had to basically restart, which is bullshit. But it'll be okay because like now I'm rushing through Route B instead, and if there's time left, I've got about, so as of right now I've got an hour and 49 minutes to finish Route B basically, or like because I wasted so much time without it saving. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can manage that, and if I finish it in the space of the next hour or however long, and I've got enough time to, then I will go back and redo the World Recycled, because it needs to be done. So I need the last 3 remaining weapons from it. Oh, who knows? Machine oil. Is that memory alloy? Perfect. We can leave. What is she afflicted with? It's not poison, because poison's green. Yeet! I need to find... Oh, okay. Oh, it's this fucking room. Fucking hate this room. So much. Right. Follow me out here. Stay there. Right, there. Slightly getting used to the timing of that. Right, so it's... Right. That's the next one, isn't it? So... need to take left. Just left? Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, I made the joke earlier that I'm single on Valentine's, so I decided to spend the time streaming with the person who dislikes me most and will one day be the reason I lose my house, my dog, and half my money. Myself. Which is a funny joke in the UK, probably. Might be in poor taste. I'm not here to make friends with these robots, I'm here to get to the end. Need to get to the boss room, which I think I'm about to come up to. Not this. A little bit overkill. I think the game should, like, if you're over a certain level, just recognize that you're over a certain level and basically can't be stopped. It's this way, I think. Yes. Reading maps is hard and not fun. Right, let's get this over with. They're dead. Can I go now? What? What are you saying? Have I caused enough destruction for them to let me go through a door? Oh, I needed broken batteries for something. Yeah, this way. I don't even know how I'm doing for time on this. I've never speedrun this game before. What I should really have done is turned on the thing that I used last night, which is a speed hack. It causes the game to run at 16 times its normal speed, which somehow is surprisingly stable, considering that this game will just randomly crash out of nowhere sometimes. Come on, boss room, please. Yep, just a giant hole in the ground. Oh, and a save point. No. Geronimo! Wait. Where's the boss fight? That's bad. Why is there no boss fight there? Oh, okay.
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water. You have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary.
Well, I was just in this room and they weren't there, so this is bullshit.
Our friends.
So I've got to go back in after handing over the bear. The worst part about that place is that there are some rooms that are literally unskippable. Got your arsehole stuff.
I'll start up and see. Well, this is gonna take no.
Okay, whatever.
Disappears.
Okay. Forest Myth.
You will.
Oh shit. It's the reading thing again. I'm not doing it again. I did it on Route A, it took so fucking long. What are we on? 13:20. So I've got an hour 40. I don't think I'm going to get water recycled in. What? The fuck did that happen? That's never happened to me before. Let's go. Right, that was quick. Good. No.
The home of that blasted dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
Hello.
Oh, what? Did you? And I don't.
Weird.
Yep. Weird, isn't it? Anyway.
Hang up. Is that?
Yep. Right, eye color green. Green 23. Got it. Thank you. Fast skip. I'm not reading all this shit again. I did it last time. Green. $23. Yona. Yay, look at me go. Easy peasy.
With
Nice. And then we left. Yeah, my mouse has an infinite click button. Check to see if the letters arrived. It's like a turbo mode infinite click button, which is fucking awesome. It really comes in handy at times like that. Otherwise, very rarely is it useful. Stream looks like it's not dying, so that's a plus. Right. Save, check letterbox, return to junk heap. Got to remember that there's one in facade as well. Blech.
you have a.
Oh, how very convenient.
He's done it.
Oh, is that the facade? Okay, well, I'm gonna take the boat, the ferry there then. Quests. Yeah, Northern... Oh no, that's back to Northern Plains, that's alright. I might make it to the end of Route B, but I won't be able to do World. If I can get to the end of the Eyrie at least, that'll be enough. So then I can come back later tonight, do World of Recycled Memories and the Shadow Lord, and then go to Route C. Nice, perfect execution of each jump onto the ladder there. Love it when it happens. Hello.
Hey there. Great. We don't stick.
See ya. I'm gonna go kill a shade now. That button makes my life so much easier. Exclusively in this game right now. I'm trying to think of any time I've actually ever used it besides that though. I don't think I've ever had any reason to. I can't remember if this is... Oh yeah, it must be the right way to get to the Boss Arena because I was just there. Oh, I think I've lost tracking on my model. Huh. That's strange. I guess VC has crashed? Or something. Hello? Whatever, I'll have to leave it as is for now. Right, so oh yeah, so it's just straight this way. Got it. I'd probably just tank the damage. Move. Okay. titanium alloy. Is that good for me? Honestly, do not know. No, wrong way. Seriously. Nice. Nice.
Never heard of a shade living with a machine. What's that about?
Don't know, don't care. All that matters is that we kill them both.
First floor, menswear. Oh yeah, model's broken. Oh no, it hasn't. I think it's changed, but not by enough. I suppose it's probably broken. Oh well, things happen. Look, a giant hole in the ground.
It seems we have found the end.
Right.
Are you mad?
Beat's going along.
Are you mad? Hello. Seen it. Completed it, mate.
Good lord, it's enormous.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Exterminating.
Look at the shade!
That thing is commanding the robot somehow.
Aim for the legs! Knock it down!
Take out the shade!
Exterminating. Aim. 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 Must defend my mission.
Oh, damn it. That's a shade. It's a shade!
Kill him. Kill him. Feel the hate inside you.
Skip cutscene. He just gets mecha wings. That's all that changes.
Transform.
Robots in disguise. I made the same joke last time.
Watch for falling debris.
Look out!
Escape. 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 Go. See the world. Earl.
How about down here?
Must protect. Must fight.
Where do you think you're going?
And suddenly his hyper armor's gonna fall off. What a shame. Come back. Error. Robots should not fly. Cool. That's 2 pieces down. 3 to go. God, I love the shadow clone, so cool, so much. Shame its damage output isn't actually that high. And now I'm dead.
Together, we be alone. We cry.
Where the fuck am I in all this? Okay.
Hey.
Okay, he's crazy. Like, his back wrap crazy.
Hatred and
Yeah, Yep. Save. 42:23. That took me 4 minutes. Not bad. 13:36. So I've got roughly an hour and 20 minutes left. Entirely possible. Let's go find out. Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
You know, I've been thinking. Why was a shade hanging out with a machine?
It appeared the creature was actually issuing orders to that mechanical minion.
Do you think the shade had a reason for what it did?
Actually,
Look, it doesn't matter what a shade is or isn't thinking. All that matters is that we kill every last one of them.
right. Sure. The idea of a shade trying to protect a robot is goddamn absurd. Still, you guys should be careful.
What do you mean?
If the shade inside me ever takes over, I'm probably going to attack you.
Again, because you already did.
It's not gonna happen. You are no shade.
The lad is correct. You are many things, hussy, but a shade is not one of them. Shades, for example, do not come equipped with such foul and scurrilous mouths.
Oh, booba.
How about I cram your face up your own asshole, book?
I'm just gonna let that one play.
Don't worry, Kaine. If your shade ever takes over, I'll stop you.
Again.
You will you? Thanks, Emil.
Are they all forgetting like 10 minutes ago when that this conversation that happening actually happened? It's kind of eerie that my model's stuck like that. It doesn't even have auto blink on, so it looks really even weirder. Okay, got anything important to say that I haven't heard before?
Learned anything new about the...
Probably not. Yep, Chief Theory. Excellent. Okay.
The area, huh?
Yep.
What a
Nope, we're not going there yet. Because I should have a letter from the King of Facade letting me know that his ass is getting married. Or not, as the case may be. Oh, that important items? What the fuck? Alright, fine, I'll just do the area now then. I guess. Hold on, let me just check. Right, so still Loyal Cerberus and... Huh, weird, I haven't been given the quest to go to Facade. I guess I could just go there anyway and see if that's... if it's like a quest that's already been issued. So I'd prefer to do the Eerie last. If I can get it all done in under 20 minutes, then I'm good.
I sense another
Okay. Oh.
Whoa, friend. Whoa is what's going on. And since we couldn't celebrate the occasion, I want to make it right and get back in our good books, but I'm a...
What do you want?
It'll take a hell of a
I thought this... And she told me I...
That...
Exactly. The problem is I can't... So... You...
Well, you got...
Red? We got married after learning we had a shared love of all things crimson, so she'll definitely want something red.
How name?
I remain skeptical this will lead us to something his wife truly desires.
Desires.
We're so close, I can taste it.
Flowers.
Flowers?
Yeah, I don't...
Okay, fine. Expensive jewels.
Yeah, I guess...
God, you people are fucking annoying. Apples, I
What,
guess.
like apples?
Can you believe she...
You know what? Fine. I'll just get her app. Should be easy enough for me to get the apples and flowers, but I'll probably need your...
How could I say no when you look at us?
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I'm sorry, run that by me again. What the fuck does he want? So this is why my quest is at 98%. You've been asked to track down a red jewel. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
know,
I don't give a shit. There's a side quest I didn't know about. That's why.
I say, each time we encounter that bickering couple anew, we are made to endure an even further torrent of meaningless and incessant chatter.
Remind you of anyone?
Welcome, Aerith. How was your stream? Shout out. Okay, Vicky. Boing. Sweet, you have a clip. Dude, this music is a banger. What were you playing? 6 months ago? Oh my god. The random nature of that, of the clip autoplay thing. So yeah, I hope you're having a good day. An early access game called Nightfall. Alright. I'll have to take a look into that. Actually, well... Social deducting game. Oh, okay. Oh, it's free to play. Nice. And it's on Steam. You'll have to give me your Steam name at some point. Right, so I'm here to buy some stupid thing from this stupid guy. So yeah, the there. So yeah,
Let's
we
head to the dude's house so we can give him his jewel.
I imagine it would be quickest to make for seafront by way of the canal.
So we started to stream, and we got about an hour and a half in, like half an hour reading and an hour of the World Recycled Memory, and the game crashed. At which point I lost an hour and a half of progress,
Huzzah to us for acquiring
which
a red
was not
jewel.
fun at all.
Totally all right to make a present of
So
something
now I'm
that's
effectively
secret
rushing
and
Route
lost.
B in order
It's
to
the thought that counts here.
just try and get as much done before half 2, 3ish. So we're getting there. Yeah, that was especially because the first part was all reading, and like so the first half hour of the stream was literally reading because it's all a text log, and I actually did sit and read it because I had the extra time. Where the fuck am I supposed to be going? I got a red jewel, yes.
You got a red jewel? Oh,
Okay, seafront, excellent. So yeah, we are running. Running.
welcome to. I'll hurry and get the apples and seas.
Do I have to go to his house? I get the feeling I'm going to get involved in.
What a journey this has been.
What a journey this has
Couples home
been.
at once.
Has he ever told us where he lives? Because otherwise, I don't know. The map is pointing me at Southern Plains. Where the hell does he live? Oh, okay, hold on, there's a guy here, or a woman here.
And we most certainly recall you, madam. That lover's
We
quarrel
most
you had
certainly
with
recall
Mr.
you,
Stuffman
madam.
in legend.
Oh yeah, my model broke like half an hour ago.
Oh, hey! Welcome home, honey pants.
VC just being VC.
Hey, Snookums.
It's all good.
So,
Cringe.
I said I was gonna make things up to you after that whole wedding anniversary fiasco. Well, I tried and tried, but I just couldn't remember what I promised to get you all those years ago.
How devoted.
But I had these two gents help me out, and we put together a whole bunch of stuff we thought you might like.
You handed over the red jewel? It might be a red jewel?
Huh. Well, I'm glad you put so much thought into it, but these are all wrong. Very wrong.
Damn.
What?
What?
When we went to all that trouble for nothing.
Honey, the only thing I wanted was a nice home-cooked meal. Back when we were newlyweds, you promised to make me a big feast of all your tastiest dishes one day. Remember?
Huh. Now that you mention it,
Huh.
work has been so crazy lately that I haven't done much cooking at all.
I know how hard you've been working your little tushy off for my sake, Muffin. So, here's your punishment. You're making dinner tonight. And you two are going to join us.
In a chest off a cliff.
Wait, us? You sure?
Of course I'm sure.
It's where I want to go.
It's the least we could do after all the trouble this big lug of mine put you through.
And all the previous trouble you two both put me through.
I'm at a dining table filled with apple-based cuisine, red roses, and a single crimson stone.
It's like it's Valentine's Day.
Illuminated by candlelight, a married couple fills the room with joyous laughter.
Meanwhile, me and my floating book.
Unfamiliar sense of calm. Just a happy family gathered around the table. It feels so very normal. I never thought I'd feel this way again.
Ah, it's alright.
So I stuff my face with the great feast before me.
Oh,
hoping it helps to hide
okay,
the
I'll see you
tears
later.
in my eyes.
Thank you very much for the raid again. And I will see you later. 99.
So, what did you think of my Love Muffins cooking?
Ugh.
It was all delicious, ma'am. I can't thank you enough.
What did the book eat? I want to know.
And though it boggles my mind to say it, I greatly enjoyed the company and conversation.
Sorry again for all the trouble, but I hope this lets you know how grateful I am.
Some more money? That's completely useless. You paid me more for lesser quests.
I know he can be a handful, but I hope you'll continue being friends with my husband.
Oh, bollocks. Okay.
And we'd just love to have dinner with you again sometime.
We don't.
Would we ever? Things get pretty boring when it's just the two of us.
Well, that's going to come back on him later.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you now?
Here we go.
Oh, wait, no, that's not what I meant, obviously.
We've been down this road and know where it leads, lad.
Flee at once.
Right. Yeah. So,
Flee at once. So I'm guessing he won't be there to ferry me back to Facade. Or anywhere for that matter. Can I soul change and will he just be back? Because that would really save me a lot of trouble. They're getting a divorce, probably. Me in daily meetings. I just, like, I used to say a lot that if I ever won the lottery, I would pay Morgan Freeman to sit in a corner and the ship's back. Oh yeah, because I'm on Route B. I'll pay Morgan Freeman to sit in a corner and narrate my life. But now I'm honestly considering Liam O'Brien following me around and narrating my life. I know, there's just something so entertaining about that idea. And he slowly walked to the kitchen to fill his lungs with the nicotine of another cigarette. My impression of him is terrible. Fuck. What will you be better there? If I was filthy rich, I'd pay groups of people to stand in random lines that lead to nowhere. Damn. Actually, did you see, I was watching one of these, like, people just watching random TikTok videos. And one of them is this dude who, like, pays 4, like, Marines or something to follow him around. And he's got a huge ass. I'm just looking at it like, what the fuck? Right. So we have to go to the area. Well, I want to go Facade. More than that, so I don't know. Let me see if I can. I'll have to share it on Twitter or something later. It's just such a. It's like one of those things you look at and you go, "This is too weird. What the fuck is going on here?" I think he trolls news stations or like news broadcasts or something. I think there is a good reason. Well, it's not really a good reason, but I think there is a reason for it. Ah, I didn't ask you what he was playing today. What they were playing today. Fuck. That's going to be difficult. I'll work that out later. Although, speaking of which, if the wedding isn't going to happen here, then I've wasted a lot of free time by coming all this way. Take me to. I've only got one. All right. The only time in my entire life of this game with those being useful. And I didn't do it. Like an idiot. Well, I ain't doing it now because it's the only other time I'd need it. Oh wait, so my side question. Yep, side quest 100%. So I've got side quests, weapons. I've got side quests and words at 100%. And I need the 3 weapons from... Wait, am I missing one? think it's just the 3 weapons from the DLC. Oh no, it's already leaving. Yep. Every fucking time. Let me on, thank you for the lift. I also need to share the playlist for the World of Recycled Memories because, like, they're all like remixes of the they're all like, I don't know, I don't know what genre of music they are, but they're all remixes of like the normal tracks in this game, and they go so fucking hard. Ah, shit. I feel like I've wasted a lot of time. Yep. Shit. I'm not a fan of this. Wait, do I have... Let me just check. Spear. Yeah, I have got all the weapons from here as well. Wait, hold on, I could just reload. Where's my load? This village. Yeah, so that's before I came here. Oh. Yeah, so I must... Did I save on the way through? Yeah, good. Right, so the area is... I guess perhaps the doggy quest is lost in this one for some reason instead. So I've got to go here.
I cannot fathom that village setting up a mercantile. They must have truly opened their minds.
Yeah, I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
Home? Place is a shithole.
Ooh, the village. It's home to so many terrible little memories, isn't it, Kaine?
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Who are you talking to? Oh, just the voices in my head. Yep, doesn't make you sound crazy at all.
We do not desire.
Okay.
We do not desire needless conflict.
If we can continue to live with humans,
Then we can continue to live peacefully.
but that young man will come.
Yes, the young man will come.
He will kill us all. Women and children included.
What should we do? What can we do?
What the fuck? Game, gonna provide me some fucking context on that shit? What's this? Okay. I'll do the time to be writing letters. Yeah, they've got 4 different vendors over there. One of them is a weapons vendor who doesn't actually sell any fucking weapons. Okay, that was a pretty good land. I really should have done the speed hack. What the fuck? My stream just randomly cut out for a second. Let me just double check. No. Okay, well, you're useless then, aren't you?
Everyone.
Yep. It did. I thought it was me. No, yeah, it was. I just got that lol head thing. You know, the one where it's like
You guys sure are taking your
the guy
goddamn
grasping his
time.
head.
We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
Want some help?
A carnival of murder? I love it. Yeah.
Kaine, the villagers are possessed!
But not all of them. Some are still human, so be careful.
Sis! Sis! Stop it! Don't hurt my sister!
What madness. These people are behaving as if we are the villains. Villagers are
Back over here we go.
Oh God, help us!
What could those
More shades. Fuck. Sorry. Sorry. A little bit of overkill. My favourite kind. Right, okay, big shade.
I feel something from within the creature.
Great.
The combined power of all those shades? It will take more than a barrage of magic to stop us. The first to waver is the first to die.
The first to die.
I sense magic coming from the center of that eye.
Wait! I think those are actual people!
Hold nothing back. Those are shades.
I think the next step is to get up and round and behind it.
The surrounding tentacles appear to deflect magic.
I think I've damaged it past the point of its phase 2, so now I just have to wait for it to do the white laser. Anytime you're ready. Oh, whatever the fuck this is, apparently. Stop aiming at that.
Now, focus your magic on the beast's center.
Okay. Yep,
Look out! Something's coming!
that's alright. You hold it off.
Its weak point is located around the back. Try attacking it from above.
I'll try to pin it down!
Emil!
Emil!
Oh, I meant to be up there.
You're busy! You should be able to attack! From behind! Go around and get it!
Might be able to get it from
Please,
here.
hurry!
Emil can handle this. We must circle behind the creature at once. Move closer. You cannot harm it.
Shut
from
up,
below.
book. Fuck. Such a stupid arbitrary rule. I suppose if you're down there, it can't hit you with its laser, so...
You must strike it in the eye.
Really? Stuck on terrain. Oh, fuck off.
Did we get it? It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm coming. Gotta catch my breath.
Careful, Emil. Won't help anyone if we lose you here. God damn it! You beat the hell out of that thing. How can it still move?
Its combined powers are beyond even my greatest suspicion.
Come on! Help me take it out!
I'm on it.
Right. Cutscene of Emil blowing up the village. Skip. Such a sleeves facade. Oh yeah, cutscene. Skip. Just Emil crying for a bit about blowing up a village with magic. Oh, okay. Uncontrollable magic. I have to protect the people I love. That was my only thought as I unleashed a magic powerful enough to destroy not only the Shade, but everyone else as well. All of them. So many innocent lives. Destroy, eviscerate, crush, kill. These are the dark impulses that overwrite all other thoughts. As a being that was created to be a magical weapon, these are my instincts. Or maybe it's better to call them our instincts. More reading. Are you serious? A klaxon sounds from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Thick metal shut. Why did that flash? Thick metal shutters drop down, sealing off the room with a series of dull metal thuds. Abort the experiment. Number 6 is out of control. Everyone get out of here now. Get out of... The researcher's words are abruptly cut off as a massive hand materializes out of the gloom and lifts him high into the air. The researcher begins to scream. He screams and screams, the sounds echoing off the walls of the laboratory until the hand squeezes down, coating the room in a deep crimson hue. The rest of his colleagues stand in silence, mouth open, unable to process what they've just seen. Then a female scientist takes a step back and lets fly a heartbreaking wail. But this is a terrible mistake, for the sound of her cry suddenly brings forth a monster in all of its terrible glory. Its body is a bloated corpse, its head a grinning skull, and it's massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side as it tromps around the room on all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuverings of some wretched, starving beast. This creature, this thing, is experimental weapon number 6, also known as Halua. No, oh no, please stop. Oh God, save me. I don't want to die. One by one, the maddened cries of the researchers are silenced. If number 6 understands their petitions, it pays them no heed, instead continuing its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. After an eternity, the screaming stops, the alarms fall silent, and only then does the creature make a sound, howling out with an unfathomable roar that echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. It's the sound that curses those who had dared bring such evil into the world, and yet one that also seems to be pleading for help. Dots. Two sets of footsteps echo in an otherwise silent corridor in the first level of the laboratory. One step belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded and his hands restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. The man drags the boy along by means of a long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrist. Rubble is scattered here and there across the floor of the corridor, making the journey an exceedingly difficult one for a boy who cannot see. Excuse me? Could you please walk a bit slower? I'm not used to being blindfolded and... Rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, causing the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. The last humiliation proves too much, and the boy finds himself unable to arrest his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples to the floor, smashing his head on a pile of debris and causing a trickle of blood to worm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eyes, causing the falling drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. Close your damn eyes, roars the man. Yes, sir, stammers the boy as he slams his lids shut. He hadn't realised his blindfold had slipped off during the fall, but now he keeps his eyes squeezed shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the black of his vision. This boy is Emil, also known as number 7. He is a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under his gaze. Don't look at me, barked the man. Never look at me. I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so if you just hand me the... Instead of waiting for him to finish, the man extends one foot and presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. Sir, I told you to keep your eyes and your mouth shut, so do it. The man knows this boy. This weapon could wipe him out with a single glance, and yet subduing him in this way gives him a sense of relief. After making certain the boy is sufficiently cowed, the man leans down, retrieves the blindfold, and knots it tightly around the boy's quivering head. Right then, on your feet, let's move. Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. The blood doesn't matter. The pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job they had set out for him to do. The second level of the laboratory is in even worse shape than the first. The environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent foothold laughable. When the man's eyes linger on a section of rubble stained in deep red, he has a sudden image of warm, gooey brownies slathered in strawberry sauce. Ugh. His stomach lurches at the thought, but when he attempts to avert his eyes, they land on the remains of a human being rendered into what can only be described as paste. The man blinks, his mind goes strangely blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans had to be sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around him. After a moment, his thoughts simply cease altogether, as if his mind realizes that trying to put such a thing into form is folly. You can go the rest of the way on your own, says the man in a voice much weaker than he wishes it to be. I mean, what does it matter? You're not even human. With this, the man spins around and dashes back down the hall. Helpless Emil simply listens as the footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. Emil finds himself alone in a room with a stench of death and blood. For a moment he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squashes plan. Instead, he stands still and listens intently. Eventually, a far-off sound reaches his ears. That's the howl I heard before. Emil resumes walking, using the sound as a distant voice to guide him, almost as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the third level, he is moving on memory as much as sound. His hands and face are covered in fresh wounds from numerous falls, but every time he thinks about giving up, his mind returns to his sister. We studied together, we ate cookies together, we cried together, we laughed together, and sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Our being together allowed me to stay strong. For Emil, his sister was all he had to live for. So holding that feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after the other. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. The howl is very close now, and as he touches the switch that controls the door, he thinks about his mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She is his sister, and he must turn her to stone. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of the experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. His sister lurks before him, but she looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling on all fours through the shredded remains of researchers. As the thing that had been his sister stops and tilts its head in Emil's direction, he focuses his gaze on it. A series of soft crunching sounds emerges from the creature as magic does its terrible work. First the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. What little colour the beast once possessed fades to a dull ashen grey, and yet somehow it summons what strength remains and pulls itself towards Emil, one slow, lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. Is she worried about me? Or is she coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. After all, this was his older sister, the person he loved more than anyone else in the world. Hello, The moment Emil speaks, number 6 comes to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chamber as the siblings stare at each other. I'm sorry, Halua, but everyone says you're too powerful. They say it's too dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. As Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more, number 6 simply waits in utter perfect silence. I'm sorry. A lot of I'm sorry. More apologising. Then the moment number 6's petrification is complete, her memories flood into Emil's mind. The two of them huddling together in the cold, all alone in the world with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother, and yet it was that little brother who, in a sense, saved her. The moment the petrification is complete, Emil sinks to his knees, a frozen sister and a little brother racked with sin. Alone in his cold cage, the two of them weep in a silent, single silent voice. Fuck. Dots. It was our combined power that destroyed the Eyrie. Whole existences, entire lives, even their memories. We took it all. We took everything. My sweet, gentle sister turned into a monster. And the same thing will happen to me now that I have her power. If my instincts as a weapon win out and destroy me in the process, if that power ends up hurting someone I love. Yes? Okay. Boring cutscene, people crying, everybody's very sad, the area's gone. Oh well. Can we leave now? We've got one more job to do. Damn, that only took me 1 minute. Maybe. Oh, no, that's not right. Well, that's what the area looks like now. Yeah, it's just a lot of Emil crying. And it's like, God. But it's also a cutscene that was in the... like, stop teleporting in front of me, dumbass. It's a scene that's from the first that's completely unchanged. The reason I did the reading but not caring about the after thing is that that's new content to this. So yeah, like I'm only really paying attention to stuff that wasn't in Route A. But yeah, like fucking yeah, like everybody's very sad. A place that basically isn't even that nice got blown up. Yeah, that makes it sound even worse, doesn't it? The people there are dicks, and they're all shades. That's the thing is, even in, I believe it was in one of the interviews, Yoko Taro said this game is not about who's right, it's about what's right. And like obviously destroying that particular area wasn't right for him to do, but at the same time, if he didn't do that, they wouldn't have won against that big shade, even though I'm massively over leveled. And that thing could have gone on to destroy the world. So, you know. Is it better to sacrifice a few people or literally everyone? Okay.
Hey, Popola. Have you learned anything more about...
Okay, this is... yeah, I've got a letter from the King of Facade. I'm doing alright actually. It's only 20 past, so if I can get the next quest done in 10 minutes or less than 40.
This feels alarmingly familiar.
I'm sure that couple is merely having another one of their inane spats. Let us do our utmost not to get dragged into it this time.
I guess I have to go to Seafront instead. Oh, okay. When do I get to go to Facade and finish this? I mean, that's the whole point of this. Loyal Cerberus is Facade. I'll have to find out. After the stream, I'll have to find out what's making VC be a dick. Yeah, because we need the ferry driver back so I can get to Facade. Oh, this is new.
Yeesh. I don't think I've ever seen fog.
Oh, it's some episode Mermaid. Right. I will be right back. I know I really shouldn't be taking a break right now, but I'll be right back. It's a giant ship. Congratulations, you are never going to make it. They're still in the same spot? Oh, of course they are. Hello.
Oh god.
What's wrong?
Well, hey,
Yeah. Oh, this isn't new.
I was
Okay.
saving up a bunch of apples.
That. Oh.
And here we go again.
And here we go again. Oh,
Shall we begin by asking around at the tavern like before?
oh, is this... How stupid does this quest get? Speak to the lady who will offer me a drink.
Looking for the guy with.
Really? Is that couple fighting again?
Ah! Can't...
Yeah, the guy took off
Oh.
and hasn't been seen since.
Hard.
Yep, we know this. We know. Thanks.
Say.
Yeah, no. The damn earphone cable.
Hard to believe a ship of this size managed to run aground.
I don't think I'm making it before 3 o'clock.
What was that? Hey, is someone there? Okay, I definitely heard someone cough just now. Maybe it's one of those kids from town? But where are they?
I need to get some WD on this chair.
There you are. What are you doing here, kid? And who are you, anyway? Were you a passenger on this ship, maybe? Hey, it's okay. You don't need to be scared.
With Near and...
I think that couple's petty squabbles have become something of an attraction for the locals.
Doesn't surprise me in the least. Seeing people like that puts a little spring in your step, you know?
You humans truly are a maddening bunch. Such buffoonery does little more than wear this old tome out.
Considering that both Nia and Weiss are very clearly aware of the fourth wall, in when you got given a weapon in this route, which you also get given in route A, they're just like, hey, hold on, we've already got this weapon, blah blah blah. I'm surprised they don't just like go straight here. It's like all their problems are literally solved.
Hey there. How you feeling? Well, your cough seems better at least. Check it out. I brought you some bread today.
I eat people. This bread is awful.
Oh, easy there. Jeez, you must have been starving. Well, look, no one's gonna take this from you, so just take it easy so you don't choke on it, okay? So,
Nom nom nom
what
nom
are you
nom.
doing on this
Ow.
boat, kid? Actually, scratch that. First things first. I can't just keep calling you kid. You got a name? Well, this is going nowhere fast. Let's see. Louise. Yeah, what about Louise? I mean, it just sort of popped into my head, but what do you think?
A name.
Guess you're okay with it. Well, it's nice to meet you, Louise.
Dobby has been given a name. Dobby is free. Oh, I shouldn't do that again.
Planes back when the wife ran off too, right?
I believe we did, yes.
Lots changed since then. So it's kind of nice when we find something that hasn't. The fact that couple is still arguing almost fills me with, I don't know, hope, I guess.
If you asked me, that particular couple could benefit from a little change.
It's not. That's not something I do very often, but it really fucking strains the back of your throat to do it.
Oh, you? Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Am I now going in the right direction?
I cannot believe how many trips we have made simply to track down a single man.
It's all right to do this kind of thing every now and then.
I only pray this is not the calm before some manner of storm.
Yeah,
Say
big
there,
foreshadowing.
Have you ever penned a missive?
No.
You mean a letter? No. I'm not big on writing. It always takes me forever to figure out what I want to say.
Hey there, Louise. Say, where'd you get that red bag?
I killed someone for it.
Found it on the ship, did you? You kids are so darn curious about everything.
Found it on dead body.
Anywho, it's good to see you. Afraid I don't have any bread today, but I did bring you something.
I was about to make a joke that would definitely get me cancelled.
It's a ribbon. Let me tie it in your hair for you.
I did bring you something today.
Well, what do you think? Pretty nice, huh? Huh. What's that on the floor? Oh, it's a mirror. Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's go ahead and check out your new look. If you go over there where it's brighter, you'll be able to see
Not in the
yourself
sun.
completely.
Oh no.
What's wrong? Don't you want to see? Oh, I see. You don't like sunlight. Guess your eyes are pretty sensitive after spending all this time in the dark, huh?
It's a shame that my model isn't running right now because I sort of just made a look on my face that's...
Well, it's not like we can have you stay here forever. We should work on getting you out of here so you and me can go look at the sea together. How...
Anyway. Your husband's been eaten by Shade Lady. What the fuck?
Where did that enormous ship
The ocean. 4305. Hello.
Hey, postman. Not.
See ya. That is going to be so useful when I'm playing this game at 16 speed.
Hey, Louise. I brought your food for today.
Like a pet.
What's wrong? Aren't you hungry?
I'm hungry for my meat.
Huh. You haven't been eating much lately. Are you okay?
Not saying anything about that.
Let's try this. Yeah, sorry about that. It's called a song. Humming a jaunty tune is the best thing for putting a spring in your step. Songs are like a little bit of wisdom that makes the tough times easier. I love them personally. I mean, not that I'm any good at singing.
Yeah, that sounds like a totally normal little girl.
Whoa, your voice is a bit rough there. But you're actually pretty good.
This is the stupidest man alive.
You know, I knew someone who lived in the town lighthouse before she died. She used to hum this same song a lot. I heard it every time I stopped by to deliver something, and I guess it just kind of stuck.
Major trauma dump on a child.
Of course, that was quite a while ago.
There was an old lady who lived in a lighthouse all alone and shit, and, you know, she fucking died. Wah, wah,
Hey,
wah.
are you trying to cheer me up? You are a kind soul, Louise.
Who will eat you for lunch? I'm looking for... Oh no, he doesn't even die. That's the worst part. He's so stupid, but he doesn't die. Anyway. Wait, this is new.
I'm sensing some really weird magic going on here, Sunshine. You feeling it too?
You feeling it too?
Yeah. Is it a shade?
Are you actually trying to think something through rather than just jumping in and killing?
What's wrong, Kaine?
Nothing.
Considering that Emil, when he didn't have his massive power up, could sense the shade within Kaine, it's strange that he can't sense it now.
It's just... I'm sensing a
Oh.
presence from seafront. Something like a shade.
A shade in the town? That's not good.
Oculus Teleporto! Don't know what that means.
A shipwreck. I suppose we might as well investigate, seeing as how we lack any other tenable leads.
Right. Let's head for the inlet. Kaine. Emil.
Hold on just a second. We're gonna go watch your husband die. He was too stupid to live. See ya.
What's going on?
Okay, this is new. Let's go. And check out a very obviously annihilated ship. That's nothing new.
We're gonna need to figure out some way to get inside that thing.
This ship is in a state of wanton decay. These
Like this?
Can probably...
I'm worried.
Go inside? No. Do the main story? Nah, I'm good. I think I'll just walk away and do something else. Oh.
So, were you able to write that letter? You know, now that I've taught you how. Not yet, huh? Well, there's certainly no reason to rush. You know, it makes me happy that you've taken such a shine to me. First time we met, I didn't have the foggiest idea what was going on in that head of yours.
I still don't. Because you're a shade and I'm a human.
So, hey, I've been thinking. How about you come live with me? It might be kind of nice to have a daughter around.
No, stepdaughter.
Not into it, huh? Guess I should have figured. I'm sad to hear it, but it's your choice, of course.
I think that's the default for most children. That if a weird old man comes in and goes, "Hey kid, do you want to come live with me?" That they just go, "No."
Huh? The floor's wet. Wait, is this blood? Oh dear.
Oh dear. Are you? No, I'm 9. I don't know how old this child is meant to look. You don't get a decent close-up. Anyway, dialogue we've already seen. Bye, assholes. Thanks for leaving me here to die.
Pretty gloomy. I'm having a hard time imagining any townsfolk hanging around here.
Oh look, a lantern.
No other leads. Let the search begin.
Oh look, a lantern.
There.
Ugh.
Wait, I didn't. Perhaps she is the runaway.
Go in here, get the key.
Weird.
What foolishness. What we're done in here.
What is with this ship anyway?
There may be clues somewhere that tell of how it ran aground.
It looks really...
Then perhaps...
And perhaps you better put that lantern back on, you know. This isn't another key. This is useless information that I shouldn't bother with. An apple. Upstairs. 20 minutes. Fuck's sakes, come on.
What?
I can't remember if there's anything useful in this room, and I hate that. I'm gonna regret this decision.
Did you see that light?
Ship.
Hang on.
Yeah. I get the feeling that that item on the floor there is the key to pick up.
There's that.
Stand around and do nothing? Sure, sounds great. I like that idea.
A hidden room. How delightful.
Thank fuck for that.
There don't seem to be any shades around, at least.
Fortunate for us. Now let no more time be wasted in our search for the townsfolk.
Yeah, they kind of ran away scared from the much bigger shade.
The white...
Wait.
The cocaine trail ends here. Not bothered, don't care.
Would it not be wise to explore the rooms on the floor above us?
No.
Oh, damn.
It's all dead people.
Vite?
Yep. Looney Tunes physics. He doesn't fall through until after he realizes.
Then I can't see if...
No. There we go, found it.
Vice, that's it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Got 20 minutes to complete one of the actually hardest boss fights in... Well, not really hardest, but... Okay, this is new at least, so... So if I can just eat some more people, you know. Okay. Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, good.
Oh man, that smell is getting ripe. How you feeling there, sunshine?
Not great. Can't you tell?
That took 11 minutes on its own. Okay, boss fight, and then I'm gonna have to raid. Because fuck, this has taken so much longer than I thought it would. Okay, this isn't new. Hold!
You can't.
Well, this is awkward.
the hell away from her. She isn't...
The ship is very shakes. They're in the way. Looks like we can get out through that hole up there.
Oh. This boss fight should not take 18 minutes. Yes, I seriously fucking hope it won't. I'll be extremely unhappy if it does.
Glad you two made it up.
Alright, here we go.
What on earth?
What on earth? Anyway.
Why isn't this shade being hurt by the sun?
That is not precisely the case. It most certainly is being burned by the sunlight. However, its regenerative abilities far outpace whatever damage the light is able to inflict. This light, something is coming. Get out of the way at once.
Oh, listen, it's singing. This thing actually thinks it's a person.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, seriously?
I don't know where the singing lessons came from, but I do know it's sure as hell trying to eat us.
It sure is all trying to eat us. I see the mega armor disappears shortly.
Focus on the next one.
Okay. Sadly, she's invoking the rule of Rule 34 to stop us temporarily. Wow.
You're doing it for him? How sad. How precious.
Oh, that attack is far more useful against it than my other one. Oh shit, shockwave. Ah shit, shockwave.
Now is our chance. Attack with all that you have.
Okay. At the end of the day, it all just comes down to punching a bitch in the face.
Did we get it?
No. Does anything good ever come from asking, did we get it? Even once in history. Right, this isn't a new cutscene.
To think it could recover from such a grievous wound.
Ordinary attacks aren't gonna do shit against this thing.
Hey, the guy from before's collapsed on the beach. That shade's got some kind of hard-on for it. We should take him hostage.
We should take him hostage.
I'm not in the business of using my blades on people.
Oh dear.
Is this thing turning its body into spears and shooting them at us?
Yes. Excellent deductive and visual skills, Emil. You are definitely the brains of this party. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. Cunt. Fuck.
Fine then. I guess we'll all just sit around a campfire and sing songs until we get murdered.
Sounds like a good plan. Oh, I just... you got flattened by the moon. 10% damage.
The number of spears flying our way is increasing.
Yeah, I can see that. Damn it.
My word, if this continues...
Hey, over here! This guy's important to you, isn't he?
13 minutes. Haha, nope, lol.
This is here and now.
Mm. 12 minutes.
How can it withstand such an onslaught?
It believes in a thing called love.
We'll be in grave
That's fine,
danger
probably.
if it unleashes that attack. We
And it
must
will.
Stop it.
Ah, shit. I think he just killed me as well. Because that's over... Oh no, it's the thing that's meant to happen. It's alright.
I think we're in trouble.
What the hell are you doing? Stop them already!
My body won't... Damn it!
Fuck!
This is not where we want to be right now.
What are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed.
Hey, I gave you a chance to stand up.
Stop! Don't hurt these people!
But they're attacking me.
So you've been lying to me this whole time? You're a monster!
Alright then, a monster I shall be. Squish.
It stopped. Focus on the source of its magic.
Aim for the head.
We can never be together! You disgust me!
Hey look, it's a sea. It's amazing how well textured some things are, but that one face just now on the beach, just like, ugh. Anyway, as I made the same joke last time, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Hooray, hooray! Okay.
Thanks.
What am I going to tell the wife? Well, her husband's too stupid to live. Sorry, husband dead. Can I get to the door, please? You're in the way of my save point. That sounds really bad when I say it. Right, let's save and then I can raid someone, because holy shit. I'm very close to the wire on how much longer I can go for it all. Right, Twitch. Let's see who's live. Move the mic slightly so I can actually see the screen. Who is live? See what's going on here. This is probably a sub has expired. Yep, that's cool. I can live with that. Okay, so I've got two options and I'm going to flip a coin. Digital flip a coin. Flip a coin for me, Google. Okay, so heads or tails? Flip. Okay. Alright then. Raid. Uria. Playing VR chat? Oh. Follower or subscriber only chat. Okay, well, she's playing VR, VR chat, which is cool. Hold on, we've got a raid command, don't we? Of course. We have one for non-subs, which is, there you go. I'm gonna go make some food. I'm hungry. I've been going for almost exactly 4 hours. Thanks everyone for coming in, and I will be back later tonight to do more of this. Right, bye bye.